So you got to look at Schneider on the left in the latter part of that game on Friday. Um, how difficult is it? I mean, you see left-handers play on the right side all the time. How difficult is it, you think, for a right-hander to play on the left side?
Probably the same, I think. It's the game opens up when it's on your forehand, and you have to open it up and do things a little bit differently. Some guys don't have any problems adjusting. He's a guy that's played both in the past, and just when you have players out of the lineup, players sometimes do different roles, and so we looked at it last game and just working on it today in practice.
What made your decision to ultimately send Austin down to Hartford, and what do you look to see from him now as he takes the next step?
I thought he had a good camp. There was games I thought where he was noticeable. He had a good first year last year. With regard to that step to be a regular, just that for me, just finding that consistency. I think when you're a young player, sometimes the consistency inside of your game is what needs to be worked on. He came in great shape. That was good. He had some good moments. That was good too. The fact that he can play both sides, that's a positive. But at the end of the day, just from a development standpoint, I think going down there and taking on the minutes and playing more in every situation is going to help develop him to, get back to this level. But, I think just finding that consistency inside of his game as well.
That fourth line, looks like you got Brodzinski and Edstrom are kind of going for that last spot there. What sort of things are you placing more value on? I'm curious for that line. Just, are you looking at what that line's identity could be, or maybe wanting to add different elements to it?
Probably the elements that you want to add on any particular night. They've all played well, and they've all had some good moments together. And so, I think no matter who it is, it'll be a good line for us.
Do you think you kind of see it as almost a unit that you can maybe tailor to who you're playing potentially?
At times, yeah. Yeah.
With Keandre, what have you seen from him this camp? I know it's with veteran guys that have been around for a number of years, maybe they're working on things and stuff like that. But what do you want from your veteran guys, and specifically with him, especially if he's going to play without him in the short term here? What have you seen from him, and where is he?
I think I answered this maybe when I first got back here. I think he is one of our top defensemen, and he plays the toughest minutes, and he plays against the top players, and he can skate, he can move a puck, he can defend. I mean, he does so many things well. I think just continue to grow inside of that. I think that there's a maturity that goes when you're 22, you're better than you were at 18. When you're 25, most likely better. You've just that experience that you can gain inside the league. So just to keep pushing inside of that. But he brings so much to the table for us already. So we want to see a continued growth with regard to that. We're happy with him, and continued growth would be great.
Is there any further update on the injured guys?
Like what?
You said Panarin skated.
He skated today, day to day. Skated today. Not out there with us, as you saw.
And then Lindgren, we're told, skated as well.
Lindgren skated with. Yep, he skated as well.
But not Jimmy.
Not Jimmy.
Do you think playing with Trocheck and Lafreniere has helped elevate Brett Berard's game a little bit?
Not necessarily. He's been a noticeable guy. He had like Othman, he had a great year last year. I think he maybe led the team in goals, 20, 25 goals maybe. Pretty good for a first year. Noticeable, very noticeable in the rookie games with his competitiveness and his speed. And the opportunities that he's gotten here, he's been noticeable as well. So I think that there's an opportunity for him to come in and show what he can do, even if it's just practice, just to continue to show what he can do, because we like what we've seen.
All right.
Are you ready to start this season, Peter? Do you feel he's ready?
I think so. I mean, we checked a lot of boxes. We've gone over a lot of things. We still have another day of practice. We'll still do some walkthroughs in the video room, and we're still working at it. But we've checked a lot of boxes on things that we wanted to do and wanted to accomplish. You know, we've been working with our team on a lot of days, just them and just the group that's going to be together. And so it's not like we came together 3 days ago and we're like, okay, we got all this work to do. We've been working since the start of training camp to try and make sure that we're ready, make sure that we're prepared for game one. You know, you always want a little bit more time, and you know, I think we're in a pretty good spot. With the time that we have left, I think that we're in a pretty good spot, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Sunday.